Hello, children. Children, have you heard about Abraham Lincoln? Yes, he was a famous personality and one of the greatest presidents of United States of America. In the honor of Lincoln, a magnificent building, Lincoln Memorial, was built in America. Today, I, Kahaniwaliwali Nani, am going to tell you a story related to Abraham Lincoln's life. The story is Kind-Hearted Lincoln. Listen, children. It was rainy season, and whole night it had rained cats and dogs. Means there was heavy rain. Everywhere it was muddy across the roads, the countrysides. There were potholes and they were filled with muddy water. The weather was cold, the trees were wet, and just a little ahead, the road on which they were going became narrow. And now it was so narrow that only one horse could pass through at a time. So they rode along, one behind the other. They rode slowly and carefully as the mud on the roadside was deep. All of them were cracking jokes and laughing. Just then, what did they notice? They felt as if some bird was fluttering over their head, and it was restless and worried. And also they heard a weak, slow sound of bird chirping on the grass on the roadside. The first rider said, "Friends, I heard something. Did you? It seems someone is in trouble." The second rider said, "Yes, I also heard, but it's only a bird. I think in yesterday's storm and rain, the nestlings of the bird have fallen down off their nest, and they are so small that they cannot fly back to their nest. And the mother bird is worried for them." So children saw mothers, whether they are of birds or animals or human beings, are always worried for their children. Now the third rider said, "Oh, what a pity! These nestlings are so small, they might die in the mud and grass." The second rider said, "Oh, why should we bother? They are only birds. See, if we go down to save them, it's so muddy and dirty down there that we might spoil our clothes. No, no, I am not getting off the horse." "Yes, you are right," said the first and the third rider. As the three men passed by the road, looked down in the grass, and children, what did they see? They saw two little birds shivering in the cold, muddy grass, and their mother bird hovering round over them restlessly. They did not stop, but rode as before, chatting and laughing. All of them ignored the birds. But someone cared for the birds in trouble. Who? Yes, the fourth rider. When he saw the birds, he stopped, got off the horse, and went toward the birds. He carefully, gently picked them up, and then he took them in his hands. The birds chirped softly, as if they felt they were in safe hands. He said, "Oh, little friends, don't worry. Now you are in safe hands. Soon I will search for your nest and put you back in your home." He looked here and there on the trees, searching for the nest, and after a while he found it. It was quite high on the tree. But luckily for the birds, the fourth rider knew how to climb the tree, and he did so. He reached the nest, saw there were two more nestlings in it. "Here, my little friends, finally we've reached your home and your warm, cozy bed." He gently put the birds in the nest, and all the four birds cuddled together. The mother bird She at once flew to the nest, now chirping happily, fluttering her wings, as if saying, "Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for saving my children. God bless you." And then the fourth rider came down the tree, sat on his horse, and he was feeling very happy. Why? Because he saved the lives of the birds. Now the other three men who were busy chit-chatting did not notice that the fourth rider was missing. Only when they stopped near a pond to let their horses drink water that they realized it. "Oh, where is Lincoln?" Children, the fourth rider was Abraham Lincoln. And one of them said, "Do you remember the young birds? Maybe Lincoln has stopped to help them." After a while Lincoln arrived. His clothes and shoes were all covered with mud and his coat was torn. Actually, while climbing the tree, his coat got torn. There were thorns on the tree. "Hey, Abraham, where have you been? How come you are all covered with mud, your coat torn?" the three of them said together. "Friends, actually I stopped over to put the birds back to their nest on the tree. Actually I couldn't leave them to die in the grass." All the three laughed at Abraham Lincoln and thought it was foolish to take such trouble for some worthless birds. But Abraham Lincoln said, "I would not have slept if I had left those birds to die. The lives, whether of birds or animals or humans, are equally valuable. Understand? I am very happy that I saved the birds." Hearing this, the other three felt ashamed of themselves and said, "Sorry, Lincoln, you are right. You are a real hero." So children saw how caring and kind-hearted was Abraham Lincoln. We should always be ready to help someone if they are in distress. So children, how did you like this story? Do let me know with your likes and comments. And subscribe me and press the bell icon so that you never miss a new story from Kahaniwaliwali Nani, Sarla Minni. Meet you again next week with a new story. Till then, goodbye. Take care.